I think I feel in myself that I first met Maharishi when I started to practice transcendental meditation. Because Maharishi's reality is on the level of his being, his inner self. So in that sense, as soon as I started meditating, and this was in the early 70s, I experienced that reality which is transcendental, which is beyond the sensory level, which is inner, which is more abstract, but more full, more holy, more together, more peaceful, more blissful. And that inner experience, of course, I didn't know exactly what it was, except through the course of transcendental meditation. We are told, and everyone is told, that this is the unified field, this is pure consciousness, this is the source of everything. And so in that sense, I feel this comes from somewhere very deep, very important. And I got very interested to follow up on that. I was a medical student, and not even medical student, I was a pre-medical student. And I had a lot to work on and a lot of studies. So I never thought I'd be able to give this knowledge more than the few minutes were already too much, 20 minutes a day, twice a day. I had so much to do, so much to study. And I was in my mind thinking, oh, how wonderful those people who are so lucky to be next to Maharishi and to have this knowledge and to have enlightenment and to have the ability to really know themselves, which is what motivated me throughout my life, the desire to understand life. And to understand life first comes from understanding, if we can, at least that which is nearer to us in terms of life, and that's ourself, who we are, why are we here, what can we achieve. And that can be on a surface level, of course, know who you are, know yourself, etc. People think know yourself means know how are your qualities, your problems, and know how to work around them and know how to achieve around them. So when you know what to expect, you can at least not have disappointments, and you can know how to develop what is good in you, what is strong in you. But in fact, know thyself took a completely new meaning with transcendental meditation. And that is know to yourself to be everything. You know yourself to be wholeness. Know yourself to be the source of everything, to be the unified field of natural law. And therefore, obviously, even though while I'm studying medicine, trying to know what the body is like, what the mind is like, how we behave, how the body can go wrong and how it can be corrected, I was feeling inside me that there is more to that there is more to life than these small, simple, important and useful values, but there is more in what we are here for. And therefore, gradually, I got to learn the Transcendental Meditation City program, and suddenly I saw myself putting much more than 20 minutes twice a day, had to mix up this with my internship and my studies. And I wanted to actually starting to give this knowledge to others. I was so precious for me on a personal level. Of course, the scientific research was overwhelming in terms of how effective it is, how wonderful it is, and how useful it is. But ultimately, the desire to give it more and to be in it more comes from the inner experience. The inner experience was so fulfilling that you just want all your friends, all your people you love, and everyone in the world to just use it. Why don't you use it? And one of the things that one could do to use it is to become a teacher of transcendental meditation. So I went to Switzerland at that time, was in the 80s, just had finished my medical schooling, and met Maharishi there, was lucky to meet him there, took the course, and continued on that path. First time I saw him was in Salzburg. I was passing by and he was passing in this corridor. It was for me an incredible sight because I felt this is the person who has given wholeness from this holy tradition. It's so precious, such an enlightened experience in life, such an enlightened personality that I really wanted to meet him. And the first time I met him was in Salisbury itself, and a beautiful place in Switzerland. And there was a conference on health. I got to be there for a few minutes with him. And it was just a life-transforming experience. When you meet Maharshi, it just fills the room. And he had such an undescriptible, really, presence that for that moment, the one thing you feel is that you are the most important thing in the world. The way he looks at you in the eyes, and he gives all his self to you. And this was during a conference where there were many scientists and doctors and all knowledge professors and teachers. And I just came to him and I offered him a flower. And he suddenly, as if everything disappeared and was just him and me. And I did have that same experience, as if transcending, which was, again, that's why I said the first time I met him was in the self. And then when I met him in real as a physical person, that same experience came very, very strongly. And on the waking, eyes open level, this transcendental feeling was permeating. And that was the wholeness, really, which Maharshi radiated to all those who got to meet him and know him. There was a real life-changing experience meeting Maharshi, because here you are in front of wholeness embodied in a physical person. And that really was something that we all want to achieve on some level. One of the ways people grow, children grow and learn, is usually through imitation. You imitate your parents, you imitate your teacher, you imitate your friends, and you imitate your heroes. You create a hero in your life, and you want to be like them in some way. And here is a person who embodies that wholeness, that totality. And not only it's something that is given to him and that he says it's something that is a birth, kind of quality coming from some genes or some hereditary, value, but it's something that everyone can achieve. So it's like your hero telling you you can be the hero too, and I'm not here to just tell you it's difficult. To the contrary, it's very easy and everyone can do it. And it's something that is systematic and scientific and logical, and it's not a philosophy that you have to believe in. It's not a way of life that you have to adopt. You just let yourself grow within yourself, remove your stresses and strain, and your nature is to be perfect. His nature is to be happy. His nature is to be healthy. And that reality lived and experienced in a visual form in a person who himself is telling you, I'm not pretending to be a god, or I'm not pretending to be a prophet, or I'm not pretending anything. I am just a human being who got this knowledge from a tradition that allows every human being to become truly divine, truly live their fullness of life. And that is something which is life transforming.